Hey everybody, in today's video I'm going to be unboxing my latest purchase. This is actually from HEB of all places. $298 was the price on this, and HEB was clearancing them for $75. This is the 200-pound feeder combo from Boss Buck. And what feeder combo means is you get the bucket, you get the legs, you get the gravity spout, and you get the automatic feeder. It's been sitting in my garage for about 2 years. Figured it's time to open it up, put it out, see what kind of deer we get coming to it. So give me a second, I'm gonna open it and we will take a look at it. For $75, I just couldn't pass it up. Hardware screws. Here are the legs. I'm not gonna pull out everything and show it to you. I know they make the larger one, the 600-pound that has solid legs. This one has legs. They have these little push pins in, so you can take them and make them different height, or you can take the feeder down pretty easily. I actually prefer these legs. What I was hoping is that they would have some feeder feet. I'm not seeing any feet to keep the feeder from sinking into the ground. I'm hoping it will be in the box, but those are all of the different pieces for my legs. Inside we have our 12-volt feeder. Your optional gravity spout. Basically got some screws here that you can just screw into the base of the bucket. I don't think I'm going to be using this. Hey, it is pretty nice though. They have some drainage holes to keep water from pulling into it. Because this feeder is only 200 pounds, I'm afraid if I use this, it'll be empty in a couple of days because deer will wipe it out. But pretty cool that you've got that option in case you want to feed protein or something like that. All of the screws are really loose for some reason. I'm assuming that's so you've got play so you can get your items in there. But I'll probably tighten some of these up. I wanted to mention inside of the bucket, you also have this piece. And what this is going to be is your funnel so that all of your corn goes out. The bucket is already shaped like a funnel, but we're going to stick this on the inside and then it will come through the bottoms. Like so. So the hardware screws that they gave are basically to put that inside piece inside the funnel and then to keep it there. Gravity should keep it there, but then they have some pre-drilled holes that you simply line up. We're gonna put a washer. And simply screw that in. We're gonna do the same thing with the other three. A 7/16 socket is gonna be your friends with this project. And you don't want to tighten them all because you want to be able to still move it a little bit so you can make sure you get all your holes lined up. I wanted to give you a quick look at what it looks like from the inside. Should do a pretty good job. You might have a little bit of corn that gets stuck on the side. My funnel wasn't quite flush with the sides. I'll try and show you that. See over there on the right-hand side. But it should do pretty good as far as getting most of your corn out of there. So it's not the fanciest latch, but I guess it'll do. They give you this screw, and all you do is screw it in so that the lid can't be lifted up. My big worry is that a squirrel is going to get on here and chew through this plastic. So hopefully that doesn't happen. When you want to open it, you basically unscrew it. And it opens. You've got a little hole that's pre-drilled into here, and then basically this is going to line up and you just screw it in to lock it closed. So I wanted to mention that these plates here and your bolts are actually pretty loose. All you're going to do is you're going to take the legs. Unfortunately, there's no feeder feet. I wish they would have thrown some feet in there because I'm afraid these things are basically going to dig into the ground, but it only holds 200 pounds, so maybe it won't be heavy enough. You're simply going to slide these up and then you can tighten them if you wish. It's says here, do not over tighten, and I kind of agree with that. All it's really doing is holding those feet in place, or sorry, these arms for your legs in place. So I don't know that you really need to get it tight for any reason at all. The gravity should be keeping it down, but if you wanted to, you could tighten these again with a 7/16 socket. As far as setting the legs up, it's a piece of cake. When you want to take them down, there's nothing to it. You've got this little metal pin that's going to lock into place to every one of your poles. So I'm gonna do it with one hand here. Simply push that, slide it down, locks into place, and there's the top of your pole. I did want to show you the automatic feeder just in case you're planning on using this. Let me say, this thing is heavy and it is built like a tank. The hardest part about it is getting the door open because it's kind of latched on the side. So it's a little bit hard to open, but once you get it open, I gotta admit, setting it is pretty easy. I'm gonna go through the settings really quick. All you're gonna do is press the P button. That's gonna take you into programming. It's gonna first take you to clock, press P again. Now we can adjust our hours. They're blinking. You've got a minus button over here. You've got a plus button over here. You simply set your hour for your current time. Once you've got your hour set, press the P button, takes you to the minutes. Again, you're gonna use the plus or minus. You can hold them down as well to go faster. Set your minutes for your current time, press P again, and you've successfully set the clock. So that was easy. How do you set your feeding time? This feeder has 6 different feeding times. There's no different, you can't set it per day or anything like that. So if you're feeding at a certain time, it's gonna feed every day at that time. We're gonna again press the plus or minus button to cycle through. We're at the clock, we're at feed 1, feed 2, feed 3, feed 4, feed 5, feed 6, and then back to ready and back to clock. Doesn't matter which one you set, but if you wanna adjust one of your feed times, you're gonna go to the given value, and it's just like we did with the clock. We're gonna press P. That takes us into our settings. Once this is blinking, we can use the plus or minus to adjust our hour value. Once you've got your hour set, press P again. It's gonna take us to our minutes. We can adjust our minutes. Press P again. It takes us to our duration. For this feed time, how many seconds do we want it to throw? You might be wondering what the max is out there. 30 seconds is the max. 1 second is the minimum. Actually, off is the minimum. Press P again. It asks when it throws, how much does it sling? Is it full or is it high, medium, or low? And then press P again and you're done. You've successfully set that feed time. You can just go to a different one and do the exact same thing. If you want to turn off a feed time, so we've set feed 3, let's say we want to go turn it off, we're going to go back to it. Again, press the program button, and all you're going to do is cycle through the hours until you see off. Press P and you've successfully turned it off. So it's really simple, and once you get done with all your settings, you can either press the plus or minus button to get back to ready, or if you don't do anything in 10 seconds, it'll automatically put you back at ready. The last thing is this T button down here is to test your feeder. At any point, you can press the T button. It will count down, and then it will test for 3 seconds. So that's how you set the automatic feeder. I wanted to mention what's kind of cool with the lid is it has the way the latch is designed, that lid will stay open for you. It won't fling all the way back where you can't reach it. So it makes it really easy when filling the bucket. All right, so as advertised, this is the 200. It holds 200 pounds corn. This is what it looks like with 4 50-pound bags of corn. When you close it, I did want to mention, sometimes you kind of have to give it a good push because it's got weight in it. Your lid might not line up perfectly, but it's not too hard. Again, once it's closed, we're simply going to tighten this. It'll keep raccoons and stuff from opening it. I wanted to show you guys a look at what it looks like with the automatic feeder on it. I had the gravity feeder on it, and as expected, I just had dough sitting there eating nonstop. So I've gone ahead and moved it, and I'm putting the time feeder on it, and we're gonna throw a couple times a day, try and regulate how much corn we're feeding. As always, before you walk away from that deer feeder, make sure you test it. I'm gonna show you how to test. All you basically have to do is walk up to the feeder, and you've got this little button on the bottom right. That is your test button. You can't adjust your test, so it's always gonna be 3 seconds. Hopefully you can see this, okay? I'm gonna press this. We're gonna get a 5-second countdown. We're gonna wanna back up